And howdy too. Wow, I just a little bit ago had a flat 12 half cycle IPA 6%, 104.1 IBUs. That thing is absolutely beautiful. Oh, hands down one of the best IPAs I've ever had. It is just gorgeous. But I'm going. This is one of my standbys here. 7%, 70 IBU. Little helper from Mother's Brewery from right here in town. Now, why am I drinking this? Well, a couple reasons. Mostly because, well, unfortunately, this beer has become a casualty of circumstances. I picked it up shortly before we left, so it's been around for over 4 months. So it's probably past its prime. It doesn't have a date on it, or not that I'm seeing anyway. I think they do pop dates on them, but I'm not. Oh wait, here is one. Let's see. Chicka chicka chicka. Well, I don't see a date here. Hmm. Now, anyways, I digress. Let me get this poured because I've already wasted a minute. Already wasted a minute, son of a bitch. Once again, I'm kind of digging these IPA glasses. Oh no! Stop! There we go. Almost poured the hell out of that, didn't I? Anyways, boy, that went some crazy ass shit on me. Nice color this beer has. It is probably a little past its prime for an IPA, so I'm trying to weed through. It's a combination of I've got some new stuff I want to try, but I've got some old stuff that's been around for a while that I really need to get through. And this is one of those brews, so I put it in the cooler, got a little chill on it, and now I poured it terribly, and I got a lot of head. I don't normally complain about a lot of head, but holy crap, that's a lot of head. So while that calms down, well, anyways, hey, let me read from their bottle here. Goes great with pizza, Mexican food, Thai food, and most spicy dishes. Yeah, that's true for the IPA as a style. Because it is a big bold flavor, you want a big bold food to go with it. It's going to completely dwarf anything light you try to eat with this. You're in for one hell of a burly bite. Little Helper is aggressively hopped in both the wort kettle and aging vessel for a sharp, clean bitterness and fragrant citrus hop flavors. We've instilled a mellow malt characteristic as the backbone to balance the elevated alcohol and hop levels that IPA lovers crave. Whether you're an IPA loyalist or just sampling, you found yourself a great beer. I am a fan of this beer. It is one of my standby IPAs. I think it's absolutely great beer. I really do. But again, this is one that sat around for a good 4 months, so it may not be what it once was. So let's take a look at her. Now weed through that foam and go ahead and take a drink. Wow. Huh. Give me a second here. I am getting some different characteristics here. It is maybe slightly maltier than it once was. I am still getting some huge hop notes though. It is 770. Yeah, slightly more malt characteristics. Definitely bigger on the caramel than I remember it being when it's completely fresh. But it does have a pleasant finish nonetheless. Again, beers like this, the way American craft brewers intend them to be, are better fresh. I am not going to dispute that argument. But the argument that a beer is going to go bad after 90 days, I find completely ridiculous. I'm certainly not a brewing expert. I've done a small amount of home brewing, and I know when I've brewed stuff myself of the non hoppy variety, they do get better the longer they sit, as long as they're not subjected to constant temperature change and direct sunlight. Barring those things, the beer isn't going to go bad. Now, beers like this, most modern American crafts, and I've said this 100 million times if I've said it once, I get they are designed a certain way, so when they say drink fresh, okay, that makes sense. But these beers aren't going to go bad. They are going to evolve and change. This isn't the same animal that I had 4 months ago. It's not to say that it's a bad beer now, though. It's actually very interesting. These things are going to change characteristics on you. Mm. But it certainly does have some interesting complexities now. It didn't have them. That's very interesting, actually. Oh, yeah, some people get all twisted about dates on bottles. I guess there probably ought to be dates on bottles. I'm more concerned about ingredients than dates, to be honest with you. I want to know that, that someone's not trying to pull my leg. They're not telling me it's adjunct free, there's other stuff in here. I'd rather. I'm more concerned about. I'd rather if a law has to be passed, I'd rather a law be passed to tell me exactly what's in my beer than when it was bottled. But there's certainly an argument you can make for either direction. Oh. But for me, if it's an either or, I'd rather know about the ingredients than when it's bottled on. Because the truth is, yeah, IPAs, double IPAs certainly are going to taste better if you drink them fresh, and many other styles as well. But a good portion of beer styles are going to get better the longer they sit, unless they're being punished. If they're not subjected to direct sunlight, constant temperature change, a good beer is going to get better for you. So the notion that so many craft beer drinkers have been hoodwinked into thinking that it's going to go bad is just absolutely ridiculous. If a beer is going to go bad, then it was made with inferior ingredients to start with. This has certainly got very interesting the longer it's sat. I got to tell you, and I've talked for a while here, so I'm going to actually do a part two here. But wow, definitely bigger malt notes for sure, no doubt about it. But a malt bomb now, because those hops are still in there, giving it just a beautiful finish on it. So I'm going to do a part two and talk more about that. Bye bye.